This is lesson number 3 for poetry. This lesson will focus on the poetic form of a limerick. Last lesson we focused on a haiku. Next will be quatrain, ballad, free verse, and couplets we've already done, so this lesson focuses on a limerick. In this lesson, you need to be able to identify a limerick and analyze what makes something a limerick and understand the purpose. Before you do anything, right now with your notes, go back on Google Classroom and make sure you have watched the little video called How to Write a Limerick, and it kind of looks like a leprechaun. That'll help a lot with the next part. Before you do anything, pause this, go back, Google Classroom, and watch that. Limerick is a poem that has only 5 lines. It could be multiple stanzas, but they each have 5 lines in each stanza. It is a rhyming poem, and it follows the rhyme scheme A-A-B-B-A. So the first, second, and fifth lines, the end of them all rhyme with each other, and the middle, third, and fourth line rhyme with each other. Originally, this was like the original joke. People would tell jokes, and then when you said them in a limerick, everybody thought poetry was supposed to be this super formal thing and very serious and very emotional, but a limerick was kind of like, haha, let's make fun of poetry, let's make a joke out of a poem, and it came across as hundreds of years of jokes, some of which aren't that nice, so don't look it up. The pattern to this, as you should have heard in the video, follows a long, long, short, short, long rhythm. I don't really know how to write this as well as just say it. So here's the rhythm to a limerick. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's a limerick. Here's an example. The tutor who tooted the flute tried to tutor 2 tutors to the toot. Said the 2 to the tutor, is it harder to toot or to tutor 2 tutors to toot? If you look at this and realize it's really just saying the teacher who played a flute tried to teach 2 other people to play, and they said, is it harder to play or to teach? That's not funny. When you put it with this rhyme scheme, it kind of sounds silly. So flute, toot, and toot all rhyme with each other, A. Tutor and or slant rhyme with each other. So it's A, B, B, A, 5 lines, humorous, long, long, short, short, long rhythm. You're going to have to open another window for this and watch 2 different things. The first one is a poem called The Lion and the Monkey, and I want you to count up how many limerick stanzas are in this poem. It's going to kind of read like a story, but remember the rhyme scheme and give me a number, how many stanzas are in the poem. When you're finished with that, there's a SpongeBob video. It's very brief, like 40 seconds. Open another window and actually write the verses that are recited in the poem in limerick format. So it should be 5 lines with a certain rhyme scheme. And when you're finished with that, move on to the reflection questions. Here's the reflection questions for a limerick. First of all, what was the original point of a limerick? Why do they exist? Think back to lesson 2. How do limericks contrast to a haiku? How are they different? The third question is, what is one way they compare to a haiku? There's several ways they compare, so think of at least one. Your final task is to kind of explain which type of poem you like better, a haiku or a limerick. There's no wrong answer, but just be able to explain it to show you understand both and have thought about it. When you're finished with this, come show your teacher and see if you're ready to move on from a limerick.